Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Charlie. I am a tarot oracle card reader. I am also an intuitive energy healer and spiritual mentor. This is a pick a card reading that is shadow work messages from spirit. Now, if you don't know what shadow work is, it is the exploration and integration of all the hidden and repressed parts of ourselves. It's those parts of our psyche, that parts of our lives that we either keep locked in the shadows, or the stuff that is so repressed that we don't even know it's there in the first place. And although uncomfortable, shadow work is a brilliant thing to do, a brilliant tool, because it can lead to such personal growth and self-acceptance. It gives us such a deeper understanding of our emotions, of our behaviors, and of our experiences. It's something that I actively encourage all of my clients to do. There are 3 paths to choose from, 1, 2, and 3. Pause the video, take a moment, see which pile you are the most drawn to. Timestamps are in the description box below so you can skip ahead to your reading. Please remember, there's nothing scary about the shadows. It is truly where we find the light. It is truly where we find such gold if we are just brave enough to take that step into looking at them. So whether this is your first time and this is something completely new to you, or you're well versed in shadow stuff and you're just needing a bit of direction right now in regards to what kind of things may be there that you need to work on, I'm so happy to have you here. I hope you enjoy your reading and I will see you in your pile. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. The cards we have for you are 𝐂𝐴𝐺𝐿, the seed, and the offering. So I'm going to read a little bit from this deck because it's not one I would normally use in a reading. So, burning golden light of divine protection, she arrests the flow of negativity, particularly that of our own making. She is a divine intervention and sacred activity. She transforms our karma from that which hinders our joy to that which creates true happiness and bliss for ourselves and all beings. As you seek refuge in her, you are protected from gossip, slander, and any form of negativity from others. A positive turning of the tide of fortune is predicted. So a beautiful start. This like new dawn aspect coming through, especially with the fact that we have the seed. So at new moons, we plant seeds of new intention. We have to nurture a seed so that it grows. And then we have the offering. So there's something here in regards to kind of saying a journey you've been on is actually more coming to a close. So I feel like for this pile, you've already been going through shadow work. You'd have already been doing things. This isn't somebody coming with the need to delve into the shadows. This is actually saying you've been doing the work. You've been doing the work to transform your karma. You've been doing the work so that you can move from the shadow to the light. The whole reason why we do shadow work in the first place. And with this new dawn that I'm like seeing here, and planting this seed, we're giving that offering. But we're also putting our hands out to spirit, to the world, to say, this is what I want. This is what I require. This is what I'd like to bring in. This is what I would like to receive now. The giving that you've already been doing by doing the work is opening you up to new possibilities, to this transformation, to this light. And then we also have these cards here. We have cultivation, neglected and nurtured. A seed doesn't grow unless it is nurtured. And if we think of like an acorn and how it grows into the mighty oak, this is very much the ending of a journey, the beginning of a new one. But you're not yet a mighty oak. But that's the seed you could plant if you wanted to. You've been in the realms, you've been in the shadows of your deepest heartfelt aspects of where you've been neglected. Where did you not get enough love? Where did you not get enough joy? Where did you not get enough support? These are the things and the themes that you would have already been going through. really looking at your life, at your psyche, at everything, to see where you're neglected and where you needed nurturing. And now, how do we offer ourselves that nurturing? That divine mother energy of unconditional love, safety, support, and nurturing. That is the energy very much coming through. So your shadow messages from spirit are very much about giving yourself more of that joy, love, positivity. To really shift away from the stuff that was in the shadows. You've been transmuting it. We're cultivating a new way of being. And then we also had these. Apologies, you didn't see me pull them on camera because I started recording this video without pressing record. So this first load I already had. And the first card we have here, the tarot, is the moving on card. It's 5 of Cups in reverse. So this really is this shift. Hope is returning. You are overcoming the grief and the negativity, the neglect, and finding that peace and acceptance within your emotional landscape of that peace with the pain, because you've been doing the work. And this new gateway is opening to you, the Two of Wands. And then you see here with this, like the breaking of the light. But where is it that you want to go? The Two of Wands is about choice. About, and it even says here, which I love, so I have to repeat it, future planning in the dark. So you are stepping through to the light. The light is very much here. That gateway is open to you. But yes, you are still within the shadows right now. But you can leave. But where are your first steps going to take you? What choice are you going to make? What path are you going to choose? You don't need to choose to stay in the shadows anymore. Your work here is done currently. Not to say there won't be more shadow stuff in the future. Because we have over here the Three of Swords in the reverse. The best way to have this card. In fact, two of these. These two are wonderful ones to actually have in the reverse. Some of the tarot we like to have in the reverse, and these are two of them. Because this, like this one is moving on, this is about releasing pain too. Oh, the Three of Swords is a heart with 3 swords in it. There we go. Sorry, I dropped it on the floor. But in the reverse, these swords can fall out. They're ready. They're ready to move. They're ready to shift. You have found that level of forgiveness and compassion for yourself and for others as to why you were in the shadows in the first place. It's actually just about this moving forwards now and not holding on to what's there. Because there's this weird thing in the shadows sometimes. We can get so used to being in them, we get comfortable in a weird, uncomfortable way. That the light actually seems daunting and scary because you don't know almost what's there. It's almost like too much option. This is why the seed and the offering is really important here. Plant the seed. What is it that you truly want? Really tap into your solar plexus, that internal sunshine, that fire point, and ask it, like, what is it that makes you, like, your fire burn? And how do we make it grow so you can light up the world? And then we have here the Queen of Swords. Upright, wonderful, queen in her power. She's got an owl here, so we've got wisdom coming through. She's got clear boundaries, does the Queen of Swords. And it's almost like these swords are coming out here from your heart space. this pain, this torturous stuff, all of that you have been working on to release during your shadow exploration and all the work you've been doing already, so that they can come out. And with this boundary aspect with the Queen of Swords, it's like they're going to come out, and then we're going to cleverly place them around us so that they protect us. And this is a boundary of which to move forward in strength. Doesn't mean you're blocked. It is just a secure boundary where you are very clear in your mind. You have that peace of mind. You have that clarity within yourself to know what you allow in and what you won't anymore, so that you continue to feel nurtured and don't end up in a position again where you end up feeling neglected. Let's see what other cards would like to come out for you. For my pile ones, spirit messages, shadow work, please. And that one. We have crossed 13, goddess energy. And this also reminds me of the Two of Swords, with the two swords like that. Choices, searching for purpose and daydreaming. And the fact that it's come out on top of this Two of Wands, which is about choices, about this gateway. The messages Spirit has for you at this time is about the choices you are making and asking you to spend time with that choice in regards to the seed that you are planting, this offering. Because when you move into the light, you're really wanting now to walk with purpose, really divinely connected. That's what Spirit is asking of you. You've been in the shadows so that you can get into alignment. So what has this journey shown you? What has this journey taught you? There's definitely something here about aspects of self that were neglected, either by yourself or by others, or both. And how we want and desire to be nurtured by others and ourselves. And we have nest here. Charity, generosity, and gratitude. So this pathway forwards, it's like this nesting initially, this seed, this nest. And what has in your nest your little baby birds that were in their shells. Is shells the right word? Do I mean egg? Whatever I mean. Here presented as these two skulls. So what has this like death and rebirth of the shadow experience taught you? What has died, but what is going to be born in its place? And there's aspects here, this charity and generosity that you can offer yourself. Be proud of yourself for the journey you've been on and this experience you've been on and the work you have done already. But with this movement forwards of this path for you, one that is more aligned, one that is more positive for you. How can you then actually offer these gifts outwards? It's this giving and receiving. Six of Pentacles kind of energy really coming through with the offering. We want it in flow. We want to be receiving as much as we are giving, so that that does stay in a state of flow and doesn't become stunted and blocked because we're giving too much or not giving enough. And there's so much here in regards to the bliss for yourself, but also that bliss for others. It's a positive turning of the tide. And then how can we then nurture the world and nurture others with what we have learnt? And then we also, with this card, where it said, you are protected from gossip, slander, and any form of negativity from others. And then the fact that we have that Queen of Swords, and she has that clarity of mind. so that she can communicate clearly. And with this cross. Does stepping through to the light mean leaving others in the darkness? And this is not anything to make you feel guilty. If they're left in the darkness, it's their journey to get out of it, not yours. So there is this level of protection coming through from whoever has neglected you, or the gossip, or the slander, or given you bad words, harsh words, cruel words, anything that has hurt you and cut deep. And shifting away from that, but into this space of gratitude. And this is what will occur, this death rebirth, where you really come forth into yourself and into the world. And you're in this position here and on the brink of this movement into actually getting that gratitude for your journey, because you've come so far, you've learned so much, you can see the purpose in all of that pain and suffering. This is why you're ready to let it go. This is why you found that compassion point. And as someone that asks people to do this a lot within the work that I do, can I just say, yay you, well done. Shadow work's not easy, it's very uncomfortable. Let's get some further cards for you. Neptune, dream and transcend. Yes, my loves, this gateway is opening for you. This is movement, this is shift, dream and transcend out of the shadows through to a new world, a new way of being. What do you want this seed to grow into? Are you planting an acorn because you want to be a mighty oak? Are you planting a sunflower seed because you want to be a glorious, bright sunflower? Like, what is it? What is it that you want? And I'm aware that they are just obviously, you are not going to turn into a tree, or not yet, at least. But like in that respect, what seed is it that you're going to plant? Because what is it that you want to be in the world? How is it that you want to stand in the world, your stance? How is it that you want to be received? Some further cards for my pile one, please, Spirit. We have play, and we're also going to pick up that other card from the floor. If you've never done pick a card readings with me before, we spend a lot of time with cards on the floor. Sometimes I pick them up and sometimes I don't. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open, is happening for you, not to you. This is your unfurling, my love. You're unfolding. You are really coming in to yourself. Cracked wide open. There's a beautiful song called Crack Me Open by Bonnie Medicine that I recommend completely. If I remember, I will put a note in the box below. And it's that purpose in the pain. We accept the shattering, the heartbreak, the cracks, because that's where the light comes through. But I feel you already know this because you're so far into the journey. And this really is about your coming into the world, blossoming. And then we've got these roses there too. Beautiful. And we have play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Guys, the message is just clearer and clearer. Your time in the shadows is done, is coming to an end. This really will be a shift out of it for you. Some final cards, please, for my pile number ones. Shadow work messages from Spirit. We're leaving all of them on the floor. That was like half the deck. Okay, so past life healing, cycles of change, and heal the healer. So letting go of anger and forgiveness. You're there. This is the part, because we're in this cycles of change. This new seed. If we think of that new seed as that new moon, that moonly cycle, we've got a full moon here, that's about completion. New moons are about that new beginning. You've been in the realms of letting go of this anger, of forgiving, of moving on, of working through that heartache, pain, and grief. You've been healing the past in your life. And trust me, you have been doing past life healing too. The shadow work aspects of stuff that we do within this lifetime have come through other lifetimes. The reason why there are shadows now is it's because there's that karmic imprint that we have to work through. And we've got this illuminating boundaries going back to that Queen of Swords here. So within this, you really have learnt your boundaries of what you will accept, what is okay to you and what is not. Because you have been looking at your past experience. You've been looking at this pain, suffering, heartache, grief that you've been in and going, no, that was not okay. I'm not okay with that. I did not like that. I do not want that again. And what you've actually established for yourself through this, through the work you've been doing, is a really clear boundary of what you will and will not accept in the future. So if you've got any fears or niggles that you're just almost scared to step out into the light because you're only going to end up back in these shadows again doing the same old patterns because the stuff you've been in the shadows already doing is a repeated pattern. This really feels like the ending of it. New beginnings. And then we have here, the Heal the Healer. Soul's Truth, Atlantis and Emerald Tablets. And that with the fact that we have, when I was saying this charity, like how can you give this offering out to the world? What aspect have you found through this where you have activated the healer within you, the gifts within you, of which why you came and what you have to offer the world? This shadow work journey for you has been an awakening in a real, truly karmic guided way of your purpose here in the world. I will leave that here for you, my pile number ones. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, comment, let me know how it resonated for you. Let me know what other picker card readings you may like in the future. All of that stuff, I would absolutely love to hear from you. If you need any further advice, guidance, if you're like, right, yeah, I get this, but I have no idea what my soul's truth is, get in contact. Let's work together. Let's help you on that journey. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next reading. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. We have the 𝐂𝐚𝐫. I'm probably saying that wrong. One of the many reasons I don't usually use this deck in readings. We're going to read a little bit from the book with this card first. So, she is not bound by appearances, opinions, or material limitations. She is both the void and the infinite creative potential that arises from it. Do not be afraid of uncertainty. If you feel like you are without resources, take comfort now. Where there is lack, she restores abundance. She can bring forth exquisite blessing and glorious manifestation from the sacred expanse of nothingness. Your soul can rely upon her completely. Cast your fears away. Hers is the power of the universe, combined with the generosity of grace. And we have it with the sword and the mountain. So the shadow aspect coming through from spirit is very much in your worry, your fear, your anxiety. How do I find my way in the shadows when it's dark? Where do I go? What do I do? How can I see? I don't know what to do. Call on her, ask her for that guidance. That's what she's coming in for. To say, do not be afraid of this uncertainty. Because within that darkness, within that blank canvas, that is what it is, a blank canvas for you. And it's not to be feared. It's tapping into that light within to know what you want to put on it. Because we have it with the sword. And the sword, for one, in swords in tarot are the air element. And they talk about our mental headspace, whether it's full of fears and anxieties and worries, or if we have that peace of mind and clarity. And the sword is about cutting through to get that clarity. So it's asking you to seek, but seek in that uncertainty, that nothingness space. because we have here the mountain. And it feels as if there's this, like, you've been trying to climb the mountain to reach to the peak, because that's like, that's, you know, you climb a mountain to get to the top. So you've been climbing. But what Spirit's actually saying is, no, we're taking this doorway, we're taking this gateway in to the mountain, into that void space to find what's there. So it's a redirection for you. There's something here about that uncertainty, because you either don't have a path at all and you're at the bottom of the mountain thinking, oh, fuck, that's high. Or you're climbing it, but it's not where you really should be going. And that's where that uncertainty and fear is coming into your body, because it's telling you, no. But we have to go on this inward seek, this inward journey into that void space. We have the Hanged Man, 10 of Cups. The 8 of Wands and the 8 of Cups in the reverse. So the Hanged Man is a card about surrendering and finding new perspectives. And this, it says pause, surrender. And also the word uncertainty here. Stop trying to push through the uncertainty. It's actually allowing yourself to sit in it and knowing that as part of this purpose right now. You're not supposed to know, because Spirit is wanting this blank canvas for you, this dark space, this void space, so that the right thing can grow when you know what seed it is you want to plant. We're not just picking seeds willy-nilly. We need to know exactly what it is that we want. And to do that, we have to sit in the discomfort of not knowing, or not knowing how to get it. Because we have here the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is about happiness and fulfillment on an emotional level. This is heart space. Cups is heart space. It's depicted here, rainbows, cups, happy little family. So it's this bliss element that truly comes in with the 10 of Cups. But it's like you can't, like, this is maybe that top of the mountain for you. But you're needing to pause, wait, surrender into the process of where you are. Stop worrying that this is not like coming. This is not what, you know, like you can't get to the top of the mountain if this is what it is. Everything that is meant for you will come. Everything will come into alignment. Right now it's this pausing and surrendering, because you need to gain a new perspective. There's something about this picture that's not quite right as it sits currently in what you're aiming towards in that push to find that emotional fulfillment at your heart space. I'm just going to get a clarification for the 10 of Cups to see if any other messages want to come through in regards to it. 3 of Cups in the reverse. And we'll see as this one came out. And then the Ace of Swords. So yeah, this is about independence, because the 3 of Cups in the upright is about like joyful collaborations and coming together and celebration. And this is actually asking you this pause, this surrender, to take this time in solitude for yourself. Stop trying to get other people to fill your cup. This is why you end up not fulfilled, because you're not filling up your own cup. And this is where the shadows come in really important. And this is why a lot of people don't want to be in them and find them uncomfortable, because it is a solitary journey. Yes, we can bring people along the way, helping hands, mentors, guides, all of this type of things. Absolutely, 100%. But the actual work is yours and yours alone. Nobody can actually do that for you or find that level of fulfillment for you. So this desire for whatever it is at that heart space, whether it is this divine union, happy family picture, or whatever it is that you just think will make your heart sing, fill your own cup. That's how you will actually access it. Do not expect others to fill your cup. It will only leave you feeling empty. And in doing so, in allowing this, we have the Ace of Swords, this breakthrough. You will get the breakthrough, the clarity, this peace of mind, this sword. You will do that breakthrough. It will give you those ideas and insights. So where all this uncertainty lies right now, that will pass in the filling of your own cup. Because we have here the Eight of Wands, double eight. Eight of Wands is quick movement. It is fast, it is rapid. Change will happen quickly. So this pushing of what you want to change that seems to get you nowhere, if you actually just pause and allow the discomfort of the shadows, sit in the uncertainty, and hold a level of faith and trust in the process, there will then be swift movement that will take you away from the aimlessness, this uncertainty. You will find the fulfillment from learning from the past aspects, from filling up your own cup. Just going to get an extra card to clarify. Seven of Pentacles, long-term investments. This is the patience that comes in the hard work. There'll be swift movement away from that way of being, but there will be this hard work involved. There's perseverance in this process. The beautiful harvest will come from the seeds that you plant. Know that as that future part. But right now we've got that void space, that blank space. Haven't even planted the seeds yet, so we can't have the garden of abundance from it. And this is what it's wanting you to get back and do. When you've been planting the wrong seeds, or they've been nurtured in the wrong way, or you're asking other people to nurture them for you, and then they don't grow as you expected. This is that, like, going back to that drawing board to ensure the seed you plant is right and truly connected with your heart space, yourself. And that you're the one nurturing it. You're the one looking after it. Another card, please, for my pile of twos. Relationships, distant and connected. Yeah, just that confirmation. How have you been using other people to try and fill your void space? It's actually making you more distant from the connections that you crave. And in doing the work, in cutting through your own bullshit, you will actually find the connections that you desire, and that they will really land in a really stable way. This long-term investments, you'll really, really reap the harvest. So really, really looking at how you depend on other people, how you use other people to fill those void spaces. This is definitely an insight into that. And then we have Saturn. This is Daddy Karma. This is how we learn and grow from the hard work, the patience, and the struggles. Saturn is like that cruel teacher. But it's the cruel teacher that we need so we can actually grow and be who we're supposed to be and get us into alignment. Pause in the uncertainty. Pause in your anxiety. Sit in your anxiety. Sit in all of these things. This is how we're going to break through into clarity and into light. That is how you will find this like bright light at the core of who you are. Because the hard work's actually about the inwards journey, not about the climbing to the top of the mountain. It's actually in that inward seeking and using like the sword as that mirror, holding it up, looking into its shiny surface, really truly looking ourselves in the eye at the truth of what it is that we have been avoiding and not wanting to see. And this doesn't mean that if you are in a relationship, that the relationship has to end for you to go on this journey, or that you have to cut everybody out of your life and be alone so that you are doing this in, solitude. It just means taking time in solitude to do this work for yourself. You can still obviously enjoy people and get joy and fulfillment and support from them, absolutely, but they cannot fill your cup for you. You want them to cheers your full cup with their full cup, instead of going, please fill my cup, give me yours. This is about filling your own cup, my loves. Some more cards. Oh my God. I mean, it's a ridiculous amount of cards. More cards for my pile 2, please. We have Trinity, balancing decisions, priorities, and adapting to change. Prioritizing yourself. And then the Stand. And this is like the Strength card in tarot. Courage, determination, and fearlessness. You have to prioritize yourself, your healing journey, this focus inwardly to you, and adapt to that change of that, where you've been so dependent on other people that you prioritize yourself, your well-being, but also prioritize filling up your own cup. And this can also be not just that you're going, oh, fill my cup. It's that you're just consistently filling other people's instead of focusing on your own. And trust me, I understand that. It is so much easier to try and bring that healing and worth and giving to other people than trying to actually nurture that aspect of self. Because with this is so much lack of self-love and self-worth. If we're consistently giving to others instead of ourselves, it's because we do not deem ourselves worthy enough to give to ourselves. It's too scary to give to ourselves. But there's this independence level wanting to come through. The Stand. Courage, determination, and fearlessness. This is about finding your strength, your courage, that unconditional love for self, that self-worth, and being determined enough to go on this journey and push forwards. Having that fearlessness. Some further cards for my pile 2, please, Spirit. Warrior woman with her sword. This, take the stand to be the warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? I'd say no, I do not think you have. You can't answer your deepest calling if you don't know what it is. You can't answer your deepest calling if you have not traversed the shadows and filled your cup and found the light. That's the point of the shadows. Your gifts lie there. So trust that in this process, in this surrendering to the discomfort and the uncertainty, into doing the exact thing that it does not feel comfortable to do, you're going to find your calling, you're going to find your strength. You will be the warrior woman, or man, if you're a man watching this. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Call in your team in spirit. They are here with you. Call in past loved ones. your ancestors, whoever it may be, whoever your team in spirit are, spirit animals, angels, guides, all of that stuff, whoever it may be, they're there. You've got a team of support working with you. Call on them. The inward journey in that human way is solitary, but you're not alone on the journey. We're never alone on the journey. Take solace in that, take comfort in that, find those guides, speak to those guides. You can do guided meditations, journeys. If you'd rather not do something like a YouTube video, which is a great free resource, you can always reach out and we can do these things together to connect you in. Let's get some final cards for my pile number 2. One more card, please. We're not going one more card. 2 came out, and I can't leave that one because it's another sword, a sword of truth. Really, really, that sword, remember? The swords everywhere. Cutting through the bullshit, cutting through your own bullshit, finding this clarity and peace of mind to work through this anxiety, these fears, this worry, this, that, like heavy weight for you. Sacred space, cultivate your space, inner beauty and self-care. This is about turning into that secret garden within, taking that inward turn to nourish yourself so that your secret garden can blossom and bloom. Self-care, I always say to people, whatever a spa day looks like to you, because that wouldn't be comfortable for everybody, but whatever that is more of that inward turn, finding a way to fill your cup, finding a way to love yourself. My body is a safe space, transmuting, breaking down barriers and realizations. Because in tending to yourself, those inner waters, that well within, you will start to transmute the shadow into light. You will break down the barriers that are there, keeping you from your soul's calling, your highest potential. And you're going to find this courage, this determination, this fearlessness, the sword of truth, the freedom, warrior of light, warrior woman. Stop holding yourself back. This is trying to get you into alignment to fight. It's like that sword in stone. It's like we all have a sword in stone, and that only we can get out. And this is this journey. So sit in the discomfort. Pause, take a moment, take this step back, tend to your inner wells, tend to your mind, so that we can start to find this peace of mind, this clarity. This is how you will push forward. This is how you're going to find ultimate freedom and purpose. I will leave this here for you, pile 2. If there's any aspect of this, I specialize in shadow work. Please reach out. My information's in the box below. Let's work together to help you if you really are finding this a struggle and need that helping hand. That is my purpose and that is my job. Please like it, comment, subscribe, share, do all of that jazz. It really does help and I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next reading. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. The cards we have for you are 𝐂𝐚𝐫𝐝, saying that wrong, apologies, the heart and the mirror. So we're going to read a little bit from the deck book to start. Our Divine Mother, who knows all, with every answer and every mystery within her power to disclose, provides knowledge at the right time and in the best way. An answer to your question shall be provided. Do not immediately dismiss intuitions that are unexpected or lead you into unknown territory. Rest and reflect upon your insights, allowing your wisdom rather than a reaction to distill their usefulness and value. An entirely new perspective about a matter of importance is awakening. A secret shall be revealed, and all you need to know will be given to you. So this feels very much like you already are within the shadows. But there's something here in that regards to you will find the answer of which you will seek. But the thing you need to do at this moment is, as it says, rest and reflect, mirror. So that you can really truly be guided in the right way. There's still mystery afoot here. There's still something that hasn't quite landed for you. But just trusting and knowing that it will be disclosed at the right time. Right now, What Spirit's actually asking of you is to rest. Like, take a seat, sit down in the shadows. Because the answers are there. It's not quite time yet. This is like a pause. A little momentary pause in the journey. And we're doing it. So we've got the heart and the mirror. So that intuitive part, that heart space, where the heart talks to us, where that intuition comes in. Like allowing it. Sitting and being with yourself at your heart space. And just getting comfortable with it. So that the messages can come through, so that you can reflect on what it may be telling you. But it's in a stillness, in the silence, in the just being with your heart space at this moment in time. That is what Spirit is asking you to do within the shadows. Not a push. Another card, please, for my pile 3. Teaching, withheld and giving. And this is then tapping into that mystery part of which it just spoke. There's a mystery here, a teaching that is coming through, that will be given to you that's currently withheld. But it's going to come in that pause. It will come through you. I mean, it's already there. It's just about finding a way for it to rise up, sitting still enough so that it can surface. Let's see what the tarot has to say for some greater insight for my pile 3s. Ooh. Well, Magician and the High Priestess. And then okay, so we have the Magician and the High Priestess straight off. And the Magician is a magician, the manifestor, the creator. They work with all the elements, they have all the tools on their table, and they can turn their visions into reality, their desires into like real life things. They have that ability to do so. And then we have the High Priestess, and she is that intuitive divine feminine. She holds all the sacred knowledge, that higher power, that voice that comes down through us. And this is what's wanting to come down and land at your heart, your power. So what you're actually going to find, this message through this teaching, this giving, is of your gift, my love. How do you learn what it is? By tapping in to your heart space, this intuitive knowing, so that your magician can activate and actually come through. So this is big. So the shadows journey you already would have been on would be big. And there's like chaos here. There's this like reaching up, and she's like breaking free, but there's almost this like chaotic stuff bursting forth. And it's in that level of like that transmuting through the tension, 5 of Wands, through the challenges, through the obstacles, that's still occurring. And it's like within that storm of the chaos, like sit in the eye of the storm. Find that space within that heart space, this stillness. There's this image here. I can't pick it up. Float out into the middle of a lake within your mind and find that stillness and peace away from the chaos, even that bundle around this chaos, so that this divine knowing can come through. Step away from the conflict and the challenges, this aggression, the chaos, and find the stillness. And this is how this teaching will come forwards. This is how you will see it. The truth of you will be reflected back to you. And then we have the Fool, but it's in the reverse. And we want the Fool in the upright to start this new journey. And the clarification is the Queen of Swords. So what part of this lesson, part of this teaching that will come through with this is the need for your own boundaries and independence, away from stuff that you may have been dependent on. Because whilst you remain dependent on other people, whilst that mental clarity is crazy and chaotic, this stuff can't come through. And it means you will not be prepared for the journey forwards. So right now, Spirit is asking you to pause and wait. Find the stillness to let some knowledge land. Some divine wisdom is wanting to come and be reflected to you at this time, to be with you, to prepare you. And the fact that it is the fall, that beginning, something has to complete and end for that fall to get going. So this is that like ending of something big, a journey. The shadows of which you've been traversing will really set you on a new path. They didn't all land on the floor. 33 Beast, conflict, competition, and oppressors. We've got conflict twice here with the 5 of Wands. So it's really about, at this moment in time, if there's any conflict in your life as well, not just within your mindscape, taking a step away from it. One aspect, you do not need to compete with other people. You do not need to allow your oppressors to oppress you. You do not have to stay in conflict. It's asking you to seek silence and stillness. Step back from the beasts, whatever they may be. Being able to then reflect properly on a situation, on the conflict, on the disagreements, on those obstacles, so that you can move out of the chaos without stepping back and away. You're only going to take that chaos forwards with you. And this is where with this part comes in, the Queen of Swords, the boundaries. There's a part of boundaries very much required for you. You will see clearer the boundaries you need to put into place by taking that step backwards. And then we have a Rider. Movement, quick decisions, and progress. If you happened to be drawn to pile number 2, I recommend that. There's elements that are similar across the two. And the part that's similar is that this quick push forwards when a decision has been made. So this pausing will not stop your progress. It will push you forwards all the quicker. You will gain your sword and be able to push forwards. Night energy here with the Rider. So trust in the pause. Trust in the process of sitting in that silence, of finding that quiet so the intuitive knowing can come through. And then you will know, because that intuitive knowing will come through when you're ready to jump on the horse and push forwards. We have the Crumbling, which is the Tower card. Transformation and the Age of Light. This is the Tower card, the Crumbling. What are you clinging on to? What level of this conflict, this competition, the oppressors? What's there within this beast energy that you are clinging on to that needs to be let go of? We're finding this stillness on the lake. We want this utopia. The tower has to crumble, and you are in the midst of the shadow work. You are in the midst of the chaos. Seek the solace currently so that you are clear, this mirror reflection of what it is you're clinging on to that does not serve you. Where do we need to put these boundaries in place? And then we have transformation. Things are changing at cellular level, deep healing. It's big shifts and change for you, my love. On like this cellular level, this deep, deep healing within your being. But it's for your uprising. The Age of Light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. It's for you to really get in alignment. This intuitive knowing, this sorry, words can be hard. The Magician that's here, this crazy powerful magical manifester that you are, That's the bit that wants to come through, your power, this, the thing you've been training for lifetimes, this uprising of you. That's the bit that's wanting to come through. Sit in the silence so that you can progress forwards with the shadows to find that. The light is there, it's coming. It's like there's still work to do. But in this moment, the stillness, there's something that needs to land so that you know how to navigate the shadows as you move forwards. But right now it's in the stillness and being. We have citrine and dandelion, inner child, and golden apple. I read different parts of each of those cards, I think. So, make a wish, clearing comparison, surrender to the magic, competition, stop competing. Your journey is yours. It is only yours. It doesn't matter where anyone else is on their journey. Step away from the comparison, step away from these beasts, whether they are real life beasts out in the world, people, or if they're beasts of your own mind. And then just surrender to the magic, make a wish. The magician. You're a powerful manifester. So what is it that you desire? Sit in the silence, let the intuition come through, and within that landscape, plant that seed of intention. Inner child, innocence, and self-awareness. This deep healing is linked all the way back to your childhood, my love. All through your life, every aspect. This is deep, deep healing and deep self-awareness that you are discovering. And then with the golden apple, rewriting Queen Codes, her story, healing distortion. This is a rewriting of your entire script, finding the boundaries that you never had, finding your power, finding that stance. This is reflecting back to you, your entire life and way of being. The midst of your shadows are really what you've been going through has been deep, deep work. And the deeper we go, the greater the gifts. And this will rewrite your entire, it's going to bring you into balance and give you your crown. Rewrite your story, where you find a whole new perspective, that mirror. This is beautiful. I will leave it there for you, pile 3. If you liked it, leave a comment. Let me know what other readings you'd like. If you need some extra assistance with this, either in the finding the silence and allowing yourself to sit in it, or in the empowerment aspect when you have found that bit of intuition, please let me know. This is what I'm here for, and I will see you in my next reading.